Oh, speak, bitch. Come on now.
Hello, pretzels, and welcome back to the tripod. We have returned to talk about some more wrestling for all 20 of you. Well, 13 since the last week, but let's get shit started with the A show. The NXT kicked off with Not Kinsey, catches up with Wesley, and asks why. We get a half-ass answer from, and then All Ego snatches the mic and heads to the ring, brags. Joe Hendry interrupts, says All Ego may be the champ, but is not the talk of the town. All Ego says everyone believes in you except me. Joe Hendry says he will win the NXT title and take it to London, Scotland, and Tokyo. Wesley attacks Joe. We get a Heritage Cup match. Tony D with the family versus Wonka and the No Catch Cracks. Tony D picks up the first fall with a gnarly Fisherman Buster in round 2. Ren slaps the shit out of Wonka for striking Tony after the bell rang at the end of round 3. Wonka rolls up Tony in round 4. Outside shenanigans in round 5 lead to Dempsey's second reign as Heritage Cup champion. Ren turned out to be a sneaky sniz. Sticks, what did you think of the kickoff with All Ego in the ring with Joe Hendry, West attacking, and then Tony D versus Wonka in a Heritage Cup match?
Intro. It was good. Everybody was wondering why West did what he did. I mean, most everybody kind of knew why. He even talked about, he even did at the end, y'all left me. So we were kind of wondering what his answer was. Like he said, kind of a half-assed answer. Brush off Not Kinsey. And my boy just strolls right in, but like, how about we talk about the champ? The champ retaining against On Site. And he's like, matter of fact, let's go out and talk to my people. Go out there, and Joe Hendry comes out there. Yeah, Joe's the talk of, Joe's talk of this NXT clash so far. I mean, we got a little bit of percolating with some other people that Joe has taken the baton and has been running with it. Joe had said last week that he was going to stick around for a little bit, so it was only going to be a matter of time before he was going to challenge a former TNA alum for the richest prize in NXT. And Wesley came out like the new heel, freshly minted heel that he is, and super kicked Joe Hendry's dentures down his mouth. So we got that, which was good. I mean, because it's going to set up, because we talked about, there's so many different angles you got going on with people, and a lot of them have some ties to the championship, but we also have people that have, like with West, that have really kind of nothing really, like for singles wise. Like he's made his North American Championship run. He's done with that. MSK, him and MSK, they did their tag team championship rerun. Didn't go the way that West thought it should have. And so now he's moving on. Now he threw his hat in the ring for the NXT Championship. Now it's going to be a different approach for him as a heel. I'm interested to see it. We'll see how he can take that run with the heel hat on. Heritage Cup. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good match. Wonka and Tony D. We're starting to see a lot more mat wrestling from Tony D after we saw the inside of this man being a legit collegiate wrestler, which is good. We got a little bit of a history of him. Now he's showing it. Now he's showing he can be a technical mat wrestler. I like it. Him and Wonka, we know Wonka is technically sound. He's really mat savvy. And so I liked it. Like we had talked about throwing the twist of Ren in there. It was good. This has been good. It's worked out for everybody there. It's elevated them while also putting more of a spotlight on her in-ring work, is now starting to catch up to her now her character work with that. Her slapping the shit out of Tavion, and then her doing the same to Wonka, basically waking him up, waking both of them up to allow to get that dub to get back into it. And then her and them being her and the Death Cracker being able to help out, helping Wonka become one of two men who have held the Heritage Cup multiple times. I like it. You can still run this back with them. You can still have intertwine with it, because now they're like 1-1 in these Heritage Cup matches. Maybe we can get a third one at No Mercy, or if you want to keep it going, keep it as like a TV eccentric thing, you could run it back in like maybe a week or so. So NXT storyline wise, they started off and keep moving forward. Then you have an opener of another good match. Typical Tuesday night. Chef Michael's in there, starting to get the full course meal going. He started you with the appetizer. He was cooking.
Quick tangent. Fallon should have stayed, because she's getting that Odyssey Jones treatment on fucking Raw. Where is she? She should have fucking stayed in NXT until they had something for her immediately, but I digress. Cesar, we had the kickoff to the show. We had All Ego out there running his mouth. We had Joe Hendry, Wesley, then a Heritage Cup Championship match. What'd you think?
Did you say Fallon should have stayed?
Who is it?
Like
It's Kiana.
Kiana should have stayed. I was like, nigga, Fallon was later in the show. What the fuck are you talking about?
All white people look the same to me. Cesar, what did you think? What did you think of the kickoff to NXT?
Yeah, that's because your ass is halfway cross-ride when you channel a certain cracker. Anyway, NXT started off. Yeah, I bet he would come out. No. Yeah, this shit was good. Wes was gonna come out and talk some talk, and then Ego cut him off. I don't know why Stick said Ego was gonna go talk to his people, because nobody in that crowd likes him. So I mean, if by talking to his people is talking to Sticks through a camera, then yes, he went out there and talked to his people. You damn right. Joe Hendry gonna come out there and talk some shit. He trying to make that transition. Looks like that paperwork is coming through real quick for him to sign on that dotted line and working on NXT. And then Ego just talking some shit to everybody because he's still the champ. And then Joe Hendry got super kicked in the grill, and that shit was funny. Then we had old Heritage Cup. Tony D is a man of his promises. He's a man of his promises. He says something, he gonna do it. So old Ren out there joining the no quarter cracks after they announced some 6-way match with some bitches who's gonna fight Roxanne. Then she rolled out there. She's slapping old Wonka, trying to get him to dub, trying to be on some slick shit. And then old Wonka, he seemed like he got that dub. And he back in the streets. He back, the Heritage Cup winner. You know what I'm saying? The last real trophy of NXT UK. And that British cracker, he holding it down. And it was a good match, man. These matches usually don't disappoint, no matter who's winning. We've continued to say that. And so old Wonka got the dub. The Death Crackers out there scared that short bitch gonna come out there and throw his stupid ass again. And old Ren out there, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You know what it is.
After Lola attempts to talk to Tatum, that doesn't go well. We get Eddie Thorpe versus Alexis King. Cesar's pissed because there was no chair entrance this time.
Shit.
As Lexi attacks Eddie during his intro, Book is keeping with skeeting on about Lexus. Eddie competing with an injured right hand. Alexis hits the coronation for the win, and Book needs a change of pants. Trick Willie video promo. He gonna solve the Pete Dunne problem, wants a rematch. Stallion Pete ambushed by Not Kenzie to get his thoughts on the rematch. He's done with Trick. He wants the NXT championship. Lola Vice versus Tatum Paxley. Kalani on commentary. It was a quick match. A story being Freaky Sleepy Chew attacking Kalani during the match. Tatum almost put Lola away, but the spinning back fist and a mega leg spreading pin with discoloration potential that got Lola the win. Freakish Sleepy stands over Kalani. Caesar, we got Eddie Thorpe versus Lexus King. Stallion Pete questioned about Trick Willie and Lola versus Tatum. What'd you think?
Yeah, just continuing the story here. They had a fight at the old barbecue. Lexus don't like that crack of shit that Moon Knight was playing. But we ain't get no goddamn church. There's some bullshit. We all know this is bullshit. That's why they had to give him the dub, because he'd have been too powerful if he'd came out there in that damn chair and then whooped his monkey ass in that ring. And who fighting with? I mean, you fighting. You gotta put your hands up. You out here fighting with a broke right hand. So you can't even slap the wall butt with the right hand or beat your meat because you got broke right hand. You think you're gonna beat the TV star, the one book cooning about at the damn table? That's why this nigga fucking up, man. So get this nigga off my TV. I can't have no stupid shit like this. Okay, get this nigga off my TV. Okay, get your ass in the back or spin you some records up in the little section they got in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Get you some icy hot, whatever the fuck you do. Or, you drink some like wolf piss mixed with a cow hair and do some ancient dance, nigga, and it rains and your hands healed. I don't know what fucking niggas do. Maybe go to a casino because you're getting money off the government for that. Do whatever you got to do, nigga. Yeah, but other than that, man, you out here doing dumb shit. You not see this shirt? Do you not see this shirt? At least these niggas was smart enough to get their ass whipped, just like your punk ass did. But they was at least smart on paper. Okay, you just being plumb dumb, nigga. Yeah, so get this nigga off my TV. Okay, call some more British people to run this nigga out. You know what I'm saying? Run them off their land, colonize some shit.
Lola versus Tatum.
I tell you, every damn time I see this bitch Tatum, she doing something to get better every damn time. They got faith in old Tatum. Tatum at the Great American Bash. Tatum back there the next week. They're trying to build her up. They're trying to get her some TV time. They're trying to, get us used to old girl Tatum. Her crazy ass is going to be out there much more often, man. I ain't mad at it. But Tatum going to be out there. Getting, she eventually going to get some dubs. She got a few. But she's taking the L's right now because she's learning. She got to, keep up the other stars up. I'm just telling you. You better watch out for that bitch.
They're weaving old Freaky Sleepy Chew into this story as well. Sticks, what'd you think of
sneak it up? Choking a bitch.
Eddie versus Lexus and Lola versus Tatum?
Should have stabbed her ass. Would have been way better.
That's next week.
Yeah, Lexus King picked up a dub, real quick, fast dub. Like Caesar said, we didn't get the chair, so they owed the king of television that pick up that dub. Moon Knight, yeah, that's always good for it. This is pick up dub, collect those L's against king of television. Book can be out there campaigning for the king of TV since he's president of the Lexus King fan club. I'm here for it. I mean, you got the man on TV. You should at least allow him to do his chair entrance. I mean, but you didn't, so you owed him dub. Tatum and Lola, nice quick match. Like Caesar said, like we have talked about, they see something Tatum and she keeps improving. I'm glad that they've kept her in this North American Championship picture. Now they seem to maybe possibly be weaving Lola into that. Now that the NXT Women's Championship picture might be getting a little bit bigger, they want to keep Lola in somewhat of a championship hunt. This wouldn't be bad. Sleepy Chew, they got her out there. Maybe we're gonna get a fatal 4-way maybe sometime coming up. Maybe at No Mercy. I'm glad they keep Tatum in this picture because I think she could be the one that is the next in line to become women's champion. I mean, she's like Caesar said, she's putting in that work and she's taking those L's graciously. They see something in her. and they're keeping her around title picture. I mean, she was hanging around the NXT Championship picture. Then she was in the TNA Championship match. Now she's hanging around the NXT North American Championship picture. I think it would be I think it's a nice little title that be allowed if you put it on her to see how she carries it. If she can carry it good, then she can be a legit contender for the women's championship. She's getting better. So I mean, she ain't sucking, and they ain't keeping her on TV because of her looks. They're actually keeping her on TV because her in-ring work is good. And depending on the light of the moon, she does look good every once in a while. So I mean, but match-wise, it was a good, quick match. She didn't bobble anything. She looked good in it. Lola picking up the dub because she's an established contender. But like Cesar, like we talked about, she's looking good and collecting those L's. So that's all you can say about it.
I do want you to shine the light on something real quick, Sticks. Wesley went to the ring. Of course, Sling fucked it up. So I did get the Cliff Notes. He said he was tired of taking care of Zach and cleaning up his messes. Stallion Pete interrupted. Joe Hendry attacked. Mayhem ensued. But Sticks, can you please shine some light on this fucking segment?
I don't remember it. I watched so much wrestling in like the last 12 hours, and NXT unfortunately was the beginning of
Cesar. Cesar, I'm gonna need you, buddy. Shine some light on this fucking segment.
You know how this was such a good promo? They put the full 5 minutes on Twitter.
Okay.
They've never done a full promo on Twitter. This shit cooked. So Wesley, right?
Yeah.
He come out there. He looking like he's swinging a big dick, even though he's short. But he was swinging a mean dick. He come out there, right? He talking. He said, "Give me my nigga." You know, he said it to the cracker holding the mics. Then he got in the ring. And he was like, "Yeah, I did it. You know why I did that shit?" He said, "That cracker been letting me down for years." He said, "Cracker left me alone. I came over here to this big, bright, beautiful company. And then, we left that light skin because fuck them half and halves. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, if I got a white man with me, I was going to succeed." That nigga started raping. So I had to get rid of him. I shook him. Right? I shook him. Right? I called that cross-eyed fuck. And I said, "Hey, man." He said it. He goes, "Hey, man, look, this nigga ain't raping, though. He ain't. He my boy. I was there. I'm not raping. He's not raping. But I'm trying to get paid on this singles run. So that nigga raping." And the cross-eyed fuck said, "Hey, Trips. Yeah, fire his ass." And Trips was like, "Cool." So then Wes is like, "All right, now I'm cooking." He cooked up a whole bunch of matches. He was like, "Yeah, I had to wake this nigga up in hotel rooms across the land. I had to drag this nigga to shows." And he was like, that light-skinned nigga was always running off doing light-skinned shit. And then he would just show up when he showed up too. And I couldn't take care of all these people. Then all of a sudden, I thought I was down. I thought I was out. But no, these niggas come back. He said specifically, he said this. He said, they was looking for that WWE rub because we was starting to take over TNA. He said that shit. And then, well, he didn't say taking over the TNA part. He did say they were looking for the WWE rub. That's why they pulled up on him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, I'm dragging them through this brand. And then he let me down when we could have been tag team champs and it was gold. And then he said, look, I know how this works. Somehow a white man's going to grant you a match to get your rematch, to get your get back on me. They said they can do that shit at Bad Blood, you know, because that's coming up.
No
he said
mercy.
we can get. He said we can get to that down the line. What you say?
No mercy.
No more. Yeah, whatever. Nigga. He said no mercy. Well, I don't know. I think they're fighting for the title at No Mercy, so maybe he said they're gonna fight down the line. And then he said, yeah, that's gonna happen, and I'm gonna whoop your ass because you a bitch, and I'm the man Wes Lee. Okay, I'm out here in these streets doing work, doing dirt. And then he said, but after I bury your bitch ass, because he was a rapist and you should be in prison with R. Kelly and Diddy. No Diddy. He goes, I'm winning the fucking title. And I'm going to be the champ around here. And I'm going to be swinging black dick everywhere. Then Joe Hendry was like, I'm not going to do the accent. He was like, hold on, bitch. I thought about it for 2 seconds. And then I was like, I'm not going to do it. He was like, hold on, bitch.
I can't even do it. I can't even attempt it.
I can't attempt to do it. And he's like, I'm fucking Joe Hendry out here. I don't know if you know. I'm out here selling single records. I'm getting paid. And I wrestle for damn near peanuts in TNA. Now I want some steak, nigga. And Wesley was like, "Give fuck what you want. I pissed on that company. I going back. Fuck that place. You get your ass back there." And Pete Dunne came out and goes, "Hey,
Oi.
since y'all can't figure it out," then he goes, "Pete Dunne gonna win the title. Because I'm the only nigga that's actually won a heavyweight title out of 3 assholes in this ring." I was like, damn, did Pete Dunne say that? Or was that the nigga caption? But either way, he's the only one that done it. So I think he said it. So then Pete Dunne said, "Fuck y'all, oi." And he started fighting. Then they all start fighting. Then everybody fighting. Then the putties came in the ring, got their monkey ass whipped. And then Wesley was like, "Get off me. It's another white man raping," because he had a finger up his butt. And he yelled, "No Diddy." And then they all got split up. And then it went to commercial. Shit was fire.
Just real
That's
quick.
exactly what happened.
I believe you. But just real quick, did what's his name, Sticks? Wentz, the guy who, did he get accused of rape or was he a Nazi? I thought he got accused of being
well,
I think he was beating bitches. I don't think he was raping. I think it was domestic assault.
well, his girlfriend, who I believe actually wrestled in TNA, had accused him. So WWE, WWE gets out in front of everything. So they released him. Well, then they come to find out she was making all that stuff up after like a while of like letting it play out. So a lot of people came forward and said that no, he didn't do this stuff. Like
Wait a minute. So women fabricate charges and get innocent men thrown in, well, not in jail, well, some innocent men, but not all innocent men. She fabricated her story? What?
Yeah. and now I believe now he's dating Gigi Dolan. So
yeah, he hitting Gigi on the regular. So I mean, he's at least winning at life.
Yeah. Well, Cesar, thank you for that beautiful reenactment. I appreciate it,
yeah,
sir.
Man, I was just, I mean, I know you're a big fan of Zach Wentz because y'all went through the same kind of thing. And I know you can.
I wasn't accused of being a Nazi, but still.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we all know.
They did have a picture on the internet of him doing the thing, but still.
We know he's your favorite.
Up next for the North American Championship, Obafemi
had
an open challenge answered from the Alpha Academy's very own Otis.
Answer that shit on Monday.
He did the Obastrut.
Yeah.
My favorite thing. Maxine looking good. Plus, no water. No
brain. Just me is back.
Tall and thick versus short and stumpy. A hard-hitting, big, meaty men slapping meat here.
I mean, it's definitely the best fight of all time. Length versus girth.
Tozawa, the greatest argument of all time.
There we go.
Tozawa gets attacked by Oba. Otis hits a very winded caterpillar. Donning a Vader-like singlet, by the way. Oba able to sit down powerbomb for the win and retain. It was entertaining. Jensen praising Sean Spears. The hard R's are concerned. Izzy Dane versus Brindley Reese. I love how the backstories of these two were told by Vic and Book. The Nashville SummerSlam tryouts. Good job, fellas. Of these two white blondes, Brindley with the bigger donk, but Izzy wins the match with a modified Uranagi. Great quick match showing off the future of the NXT women's division. Cesar, we had Obafemi versus Otis, and then we had Izzy versus Brindley. What'd you think?
Yeah. Entertaining match with Oba. Ain't no teeth.
Ooh.
I always like the way that they're taking Oba, right? Like he's winning. He's winning every match, and he's winning clean, which is fine. I'm not hating on that. And he's big and strong, so he's got the power moves. But he's not like a world killer, you know? He's given the respect to selling to the guys who have been there longer. Like, he sold a lot to Wesley in that match, right? And we know he should have just choke slammed that nigga 8 times and won the match. Otis put up a hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. And that's giving him credit because he came from NXT. He made the main roster. And every time he gets dealt shit, he makes chicken salad out of it, right? Hell, they even said it. Otis, previous Money in the Bank winner. He got some accolades, won some tag titles, was there in NXT. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing work, doing dirt. He's on the main roster, still getting it over. And then Alpha Academy, cooking, you know. So I like the way, man, he was selling it to Otis, another power game. So this is what happens. Power game is power game. Obafemi's not used to getting slammed around the match, but when he does, it's going to take him a little bit more to get back into the fight because everybody ain't big and strong like his black ass is. Still pulls away. Otis got a little greedy, going up for that elevator bomb type shit. Oba got up, power bombed his ass. Boom, 1, 2, 3, because Otis ain't used to taking that shit either. But still good. Yeah, Tozawa got his ass slapped. That gave Otis that white boy power. See, them crackers get that white boy power. Otis took the shirt off. Nigga, them straps were showing. He was getting all jacked up on Mountain Dew. He started taking it to that nigga. He was beating him like it was the 1700s. You know what I'm saying? And then they took old Abe Lincoln, that turnbuckle, to free them slaves and let Oma do to the white man what the white man has been doing to niggas for 400 years. And that's fucking them up. You damn right. He did it. I seen it. It's a good match. I was highly entertained. Obafemi got the dub. Open challenge. Still makes him look strong, but still giving credit to the guys that he's wrestling, his seniors, which are probably helping him improve every day. And then we had what? Oh, we had them bitches fight. Yeah. So then the bitches found out who else was in that match. And then, the white bitch who hangs out with the hard R's, who got the donk, she was talking to the samurai bitch. And then the tall bitch, she was hating. They both was at the same tryout. You know, both out there cooking. Ended up getting the contracts. So, yeah, they go out there and they have a match. Yeah, great match. Ladies got to show off some stuff, you know, not too long, not stretching it out as it should be. When you're training, got to get comfortable. We got to build up them times over time. But, old Master Michaels, he got to let that talent out there, you know what I'm saying? He be having a gaggle of bitches looking fine every week. He got to get like 3, 4, 5, 8 of these women on TV, you know, in a match. So they went out there, cooked a little something up. I won't mad at it. Izzy, they ain't been there a little bit longer, so they probably got a little bit more faith in him. And old bitch with the hard R's, just, she been hitting them power squats. Donk was looking nice, it's going to fill out a little bit more. She with the niggas, they going to show her how to twerk, throw it from the back when they sitting in the gym after getting a good session in, eating their ham sandwiches, when they escaped off the farm. Speaking of them niggas, yeah, they was talking about old what's his name? Because he was talking to the impressionable crackers.
Adoniously, that was after this. Adoniously, this fool trying to mount every woman in NXT.
Yo, man, anybody can get it. Shoot, Sangria. Hey, you see Steph Curry? He shoot.
There was a weird interaction with this dude who was reading. I don't even know who that was. Sticks, you might know who that was. I don't know.
That's a nigga from last week.
Is that one half of the new R's?
Yeah, that's the lights. Remember Jada was hanging out with the bitch with the fat ass that hangs out with the hard R's? And the girl was like, yo, who's that over there? She goes, oh, that's what's his name? That was that nigga. Okay. The new light-skinned fake ass Drake ass that all the women won't fuck. And he was reading a book. Nigga think he's smart reading a book. Nigga, make you smart.
Sticks. We had Oba versus Otis, and then Izzy versus Brindley. What'd you think?
Like Cesar said, Obafemi is really good at selling. That's what's going to keep him around a very long time. On top of his in-ring abilities, him being able to sell for his opponent. Like Cesar said, open challenges, you don't know you don't know who's going to answer him. So that's a surprise for him. But him being able to just not go out and squash these people, like he made Wesley, who for the longest time was like Mr. North American champion himself. He went out there, he made him looking, smelling, feeling like $1,000,000. Like he made him look like the guy that was the North American flag bearer. And he sells good for anybody. He sold great for Otis. Like we had, like Cesar said, power versus girth. It was a struggle. I mean, this is what probably white women go through on Friday and Saturdays out in the street. So I mean, this is what we got to see this firsthand on a Tuesday night. So I respect it. Oba able to pick up that dub. Right now he's looking really good. Like he's the guy that I would, if you have a guy who's going to come up on a main roster and show up and have a match here and there, I would have Oba show up and have a match either on Monday or Friday. And I think he would look really good and represent NXT really well. Like he is the shining point right now of NXT. That is a homegrown talent to being like a champion. And
pardon the interruption, but if they want to have this TNA, NXT TNA crossover, they should have Oba walk over on the Thursday night. And if they like seeing big meaty men slapping meat, how about we have Oba take on Jake something? Oba versus Moose. Like have the big meaty men slapping meat. Have Oba go over and show them how NXT does things.
And Hammerstone. He can fight Hammerstone too.
That'd be a good match.
I'd be interested to see if they actually threw him in, if he were to show up and be like a surprise entrant in that Ultimate X. Like I think he could probably have some pretty good spots there and still come out looking strong if he didn't win it, because I mean you're gonna have 5 other guys in there. Mm-hmm. So I mean he could show up and be good in that. But he's definitely a shining spot on NXT. Now let's talk about the women. We had Izzy and the Snow Bunny. We've talked about this with NXT. Master Michaels is given time to the deepest division in NXT and in WWE. There's only one way you're going to cultivate and elevate this division. You give these ladies TV time. And he is going above and beyond. Like the first night of the Great American Bash was pretty women centric, and that was great because you're putting them in a prime spot, and they're going out and they're showing up and they're showing out. So you're gonna continue doing that. You're doing this is what we talked about with AEW that they're fumbling the ball with. You have legit women that you need to grow, but you're just rerunning it with a lot of women who have come from WWE or Impact and TNA. And so you're just rerunning that instead of cultivating your division of some of the homegrown talent or women that you brought from the indies. NXT is doing that. This was a great match. Both these women went out, showed up, showed out. I mean, like you talked about, like Cesar talked about, the backstory of the SummerSlam tryouts. That was another great touch that Chef Michaels put in there. These women went up, went out, put on a hell of a match. And it was another way that you can see these women, like we could see them in another month or two. One of these women, if not both of them, could be wrestling for a number 1 contender spot to face Roxanne if she's still champion. And we wouldn't blink an eye because we've seen them growing up. Like when we talked about Tatum Paxley, they're giving her spotlight. Now they're starting to give it to other women, and they're taking the ball. They're running with it too. So once again, NXT women's division showing up, showing out. Chef Michaels giving them TV time, and they're not disappointing.
Yeah, I mean the guys from the Steel Raw After Party had mentioned this. Shout out Sheriff. If the relationship with AEW and WWE wasn't fucked because of all the shit talking in the beginning, imagine if it was the NXT in AEW connection. They could have farmed their women out to the Performance Center and had them train and work on their shit and have the women's matches in AEW look better than they do now if that relationship would have been stronger. But alas, the shit has been dished out, and the relationship is not there yet. Possibly in the future, we'll see. But the main event of this past week's NXT was for the NXT Tag Team Championships. We had the Fast and the Frasers defending champs versus Chase U. Back-to-back weeks of the Fast and the Furious main eventing NXT. You love to see it. My fuck shit sense is tingling though. Will Fast and the Furious lose because of shenanigans? Ridge be shady and ignorant, so it be a possibility. Somebody done hit fast forward on these fools, Axiom and Fraser, showing why they are main eventers, putting on the show. With every move Ridge does, my anxiety spikes because he clumsy. 450 disrespected, of course. Book and Vic bicker about Ridge being a snake. Andre Chase kicks out of the brainbuster ratio double team, and Book dropped a log in his pants. Powerbomb backstabber combo on Fraser almost gets Chase U gold. Holy shit, Ridge hits the Rampage GDT to pin Axiom. And new NXT Tag Team Champions, Chase U. Chase celebration, confetti and all. I was waiting. The show ain't over yet. Show ends. No shenanigans. It was good. A good night for Chase U. Even a good night for the Fast and the Frasers because they main evented, like I said, back-to-back weeks. Sticks, what were your thoughts on this main event to close out NXT?
This was a great match. I mean, this was main event worthy. Fast and the Frasers, like you said, 2 straight weeks of main eventing. They're showing why. Chase U, you had to Mr. Chase, and then now you had a different dance partner with Ridge. I love the combos that those two had going, that they showed out of this. That powerbomb backbreaker was great. The chemistry that they had in that was great. Like Andre Chase, seeing, I believe it was Frazier going up the top, he was able to shove him to stop from doing the, I believe it was they were going to try to do like, what was it, the Spanish Fly? Phoenix Splash. He stopped that. Mm-hmm. Ridge, like you said, my anxiety was high too because this guy always seems to walk that line of paralyzing somebody, and he about damn near did with, what was it, the gut wrench going up, like gut wrenching the guy. I mean but he didn't. He had a good match on this. Hopefully he putting that PC time in, and he's gonna break out of this handicapping crackers phase of his career. Chase U picking up some gold. This is good. It'll be interesting to see where they go with Fast and Frasers, because like we talked about, Frazier was going off kind of eyeballing a singles run. Axiom had to reel him back in. Well, then Axiom, they had the tag team match. Axiom saw that, yeah, we had one misstep with a super kick, which they almost did in this match, but it was able to swing it to hit Ridge with the foot. Then Axiom had an eyeball on maybe going to become a speed champion. Didn't really hinder him all that much. This match, I mean, we almost had it, but they were able to turn it into a legit offensive move. So where do we go with these guys now? Are they gonna stay a tag team? Are they gonna get a rematch and then something happens and then they fight each other? Who knows? That's gonna be at least a good couple weeks worth of trying to figure out what we're gonna do. Chase U are champions. Quad was hopping. So we'll see where we go with this. I mean, there's still some questions about Ridge. I mean, I still think they're still gonna have a little bit of side eyes looking at Ridge. I mean, even though they said that Riley and Dookie have fully embraced him now, there's still something there. So we'll see where Chef Michaels takes us with that. But and new tag team champions to end a Tuesday night, and it was a main event worthy match. So great way to end the night.
Yeah, next NXT, which is tomorrow night, there will be a celebration. So the story will continue. More wrinkles for sure. Caesar, the main event closing out this past week's NXT, was for the tag team championships. We saw new champs. What were your thoughts on this main event?
Man, this main event was hitting. Okay, they had the jerseys once again getting new gear. That's 2 weeks. That's like 2 weeks in a row. No, because they had the black jersey. They had the black T-shirts for when Thea was there, and now they have the black jerseys for Chase U. But we know Fast and Furious are always hitting, always spitting, always doing work, doing dirt. And then yeah, we got like you said, we ain't seen Ridge wrestle in about 2 or 3 months. He down in Florida, man. So hopefully, yeah, he hitting that PC, doing that work, keeping it safe. But yeah, the tag team moves look real good that Ridge and old Andre had. They look tight, they look clean. We know Fast and Furious did they thug thizzle. And yeah, it was a good match. And then yeah, old Reggie pulled it out in the end. And they got the dub, and then Chase U is taking the gold back into the classrooms. They cooking again. It was all around good old main event. Good old main event.
It was good. The gold changed hands. I can't wait to see the next chapter in this story. I mean, the possibilities are endless for Chase U. We could see Thea go for the Women's North American Championship. We could see Duke and Ridge bonk heads about, well, we won the tag titles without you. It's going to be interesting regardless. But next, we got TNA Impact. We're starting things off with an Ultimate X qualifier. We got Chris Bay versus Riley Osborne versus John Schuyler. Why? Frankie Kazarian out on commentary. Great short match. Bay, there was a little botch with Riley, but nothing to sneeze at. Good hand, great jobber. Tried to pin Riley nonchalantly, but paid for it. Chase U student Riley Osborne is headed to Emergence. What a great week for Chase U. That's going to be cool. Cesar, we had NXT and a crossover again. We had Riley Osborne take it. What do you think of the first match of this past week's TNA Impact?
So yeah, saw the boy Mr. Bay come out. I'm like, okay. So they're gonna get in the qualifier. Okay, we lit. And then the return of one half of the good hands, and Crack cut himself a little promo in the ring, talking that talk. And then when I was halfway paying attention, making me a sandwich. And I was like, I know good and damn well there ain't no Chase U. I said, hold on, nigga. Sandwich ain't that important. I said, who the fuck is this? I said, ain't this about a bitch? I said, old Riley gonna come down here and get himself some time. He gonna get into the ring with some thugs. He gonna get into the ring with some real professionals, some guys working it out. You know what I'm saying? They still wrestle hard, and they ain't wrestle that soft shit. Sometimes, because you gotta be safe sometimes. But they like to go out, hit hard. I said, okay, let me see how young Riley gonna stack up. And then I saw the Kang. We saw the Kang of TNA. You ain't talking about his cracker ass coming out there and just draws and shorts and a big ass jacket and a scarf, like he was about to wrestle, all oiled up. You know what I'm saying? Didn't he say that shit? He's like, you need to get oiled up, man, look better. I was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? I was like, no, did he?
I did appreciate his bickering with fucking
fuck faces.
Fuck face, yeah.
Yeah. And then he was like, he told Aiden English, can we mute him? We can carry this. We can carry this match. Can we just mute him? He's like, I got a button somewhere. So the Kang out there talking that shit, talking about the Ultimate X was invented because they stole the X Division title from you. Damn right, Kang. Put him on that history lesson, Kang. Kang talking about he's going for option C. Santino being a bitch, not giving nobody title matches. So the Kang said, I'm getting in one of these bitches. I'm going to win and execute option C. Kang always got playing. He always got playing. But the match was still good. I'm just talking about entertaining shit with the Kang outside the ring. And then come to behold, we get down there, these boys hitting it hard, hitting flippy dippy, hitting all types of cracker shit. and the young stunner gets a little roll up, get a little pin. I said, look at God, Chase U in the Ultimate X match. I said, on the roll. Yeah, he's with the team. Won last week. Now he got a dub 2 days later. Won this week, and then he could probably get himself a title now. Look at Chase U. It'd be kind of crazy if Chase U was the first person to go on the other show and win a title. We know we had some people switch sides, you know what I'm saying, and get some dubs, but ain't nobody had a title that's really belonged on one show and just interfered on the other show. So yeah, he the new NXT X Division champion, but he wrestled mostly on NXT. NXT going on tour. Still, I thought it was dope. I thought it was good. And then O'Reilly got the dub, and then the Kang out there talking that shit. So yeah, it was highly entertaining. And these 3-way matches have been good. So yeah, I wasn't mad at all how they started off good. Good show.
It was a great surprise sticks to kick off this past week's Impact. We got a Chase U representative on Thursdays. What'd you think of this fucking triple threat match?
I was hoping with this NXT and A crossover with the X Division qualifiers matches, I was hoping we were going to get a couple of people from NXT that they didn't really kind of have anything going on with. And hopefully we got the first of at least one or two more coming over with Riley Osborne coming over from Chase U. I thought it was a great showcase for him. Like Cesar said, we also had great commentary between the Kang of TNA on there with him and Ringwald pretty much tag teaming on old fuckface. Them talking about oiled up and how fuckface don't get oiled up before they come out. I thought that was great. Riley Osborne, I thought it was a good match. Good hands. We got the return of one half of the good hands, which they are good hands. I mean, they're good at putting people over. They're good at collecting them L's. Chris Bay. We were wondering if Bay and Austin were going to be in it. The question was posed. The challenge was thrown out there to them by Speedball here last week or a couple weeks ago. So we were kind of wondering if one or both of them were going to answer. Well, we got a question, half an answer to the question. Chris Bay opened up the show. But yeah, having Riley Osborne pick up the dub, it's going to be good for him because it's now going to be able to allow him to showcase himself on one of TNA's biggest stages at Bound for Glory, not Bound for Emergence. I gotta imagine this is gonna be, if this doesn't open the show, it might main event it. But this is a big match. His Ultimate X is a big match for TNA, and as a man, if you're Riley Osborne, you should look at this as a big opportunity and go out there. And even if you don't win, just go out there, showcase what you can do. Open some eyeballs. Maybe this opens up Chef Michaels' eyes and he starts putting you a little bit more on TV, gets you off of maybe Level Up, starts putting you on NXT TV. So, but you saw the potential there with him. Now let's see where they go with it for Emergence with him in the Ultimate X.
Up next, we had a lot of mini segments leading up to a match. We had Not Kinsey with Dolph in the less violent TNA parking lot. Santino in the ring calls out Matt Cardona, says he must face PCO or go to jail. Cardona gonna get his lawyers, look it over. This will be a match I will not speak of ever. EY, Kazarian, and McLean bicker backstage. We had Tasha Steelz versus Tranny Jones. Tranny wins. The System laid out Santana backstage. And then the System comes out to the ring talking shit about Santana. Cue Santana. Santana attacks the System. Match starts. It's Moose versus Santana. It's an uphill battle for Santana. He's not 100% post-attack. He's losing the numbers game for sure. He is putting up a hell of a fight despite the System shenanigans. Hits a rolling cutter, the STB. However, Moose spears and pin for the win. The System surrounds Santana post-match, but Joe Hendry for the save. Joe on mic says the System will face the Hardys next week. I'm pretty sure Chris Zank will not watch that. Sticks, what'd you think? We got all kinds of shit. We got Santino, Matt Cardona, the PCO situation. You can talk about the Tranny Jones match if you want. Then System and Santana shenanigans. What'd you think?
Yeah, just slowly progressing the storyline with Matt Cardona, Steph Lander, and PCO. I mean, like you said, you could even throw Matt Cardona in there. The match against PCO, it ain't gonna be anything that you're gonna want to stop anything to go watch for, even with Matt Cardona. I mean, you could even have. I'm a big Josh Alexander fan. I'm not going to tell you to carve out time if you had Josh Alexander versus PCO. I'm going to tell you not to carve out time because that essentially is going to be the worst match that Josh Alexander could ever have if they ever do that, which is why I believe they'll never have that. Thank God, hopefully. So yeah, we had that. What I'll say about Tasha and Giselle Shaw. Tasha got some TV time. She got some 6'3", 16. I like that. Tasha's a good in-ring competitor. She's good at playing her character well. She was good at doing that. They had extra referees out there to be able to catch every angle. So they did have some little shenanigans, but I mean, Tasha got her 6'3", 16. I'm happy about it. Now we had the System attacking Mike Santana. And Santana doing the hero thing, bringing his ass out there, putting up a good fight. What I will say about TNA and Santana's run on this is they're giving him legit time as a singles wrestler. Like he had the one-off with McLean, and he looked good in that, but they're giving him legit time as a singles guy, even in wins and losses. He looks good. He looked good in this match. It was like you said, uphill battle. He played good. He played the character, the hero character good. He fought back. He was on, he hit the spin, the block, but his arm had been damaged enough. Numbers getting caught up to him. Moose was able to hit the spear. 1, 2, 3. Right when they're getting ready to attack him, the man who's on top of the wrestling world right now, Joe Hendry, comes out, chases them off. Maybe you're thinking maybe it's going to be Joe Hendry and Santana. Nah. What are we going to get? We're going to get the fucking Hardy Boys. Don't get the Hardy Boys.
Old ass niggas.
Joe Hendry, come on, man. You're out here. You're breaking records with your songs. I mean, you're challenging. You're out here throwing out challenges for an NXT championship. And you run out here, and instead of you teaming up with Santana, hell, even he didn't come. He could have came out and said, "I'm going to one by one systematically pick the system apart." Now, what do you do, man? You announce that Matt and Jeff Hardy are going to wrestle next week. Come on, TNA, what are we fucking doing here? This man's on a roll, and you're out here basically having him be a ring announcer to announce something for next week. Man, come on now. You dropped the ball on this. What are we doing here? I mean, we're what? Man,
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
Cesar, that's unfortunate news for this coming's Impact television. But do you have any thoughts on Santino with Matt Cardona, the PCO situation? We had a man beating up a woman, or do you want to talk about the System and Santana situation? What'd you think?
So the only light at the tunnel is hopefully Matt Cardona wins the Digital Media Championship. So we can get him doing shit online because he is online all the time. And that'll bring some credibility back to that championship. That's the only way I got. That's the only thing I got. He gonna somehow convince Santino to put the title on the line. So we gotta go through hell to get to heaven. Okay. Then we got Matt Cardona on the screen. Well, Matt Cordoba, as Santino likes to call him, and called him a prostitute. Anyway, Santino's funny. Yeah, man beat up that woman. It was the first time the man got the win, though. Man been losing last couple times. Just saying. That one ref was getting handsy with Tasha, though. He like him some chocolate. Yeah, you know, she dove out the ring, he caught her, he grabbing it. I saw him grab a titty or two.
Well, I mean, compared to the alternative, I'd be all over Tasha Steelz too.
Well, yeah, the alternative is he probably has to referee a man match, so it's two men, and one of them could be evil Jonathan Gresham giving him the fucking black skeet in his soul, or yeah, a man full of plastic,
or yanking the crank of old Tranny Jones over here.
Yeah, she could be post-op. We don't know.
Let's ask Andy.
Yeah, we should ask Andy. Andy will find out. And then what was next?
It was the system with.
Oh yeah, system. Yeah, so Santana, you know, he got that Latin pride on the line, talking that talk, walking that walk. Got his ass jumped, but he used to that. He from New York. He probably been back before. And then you know you got old system walking their country ass out there with Dirty Dango. I don't know what that nigga's name is. I don't care. It's Dirty Dango. And then old thick neck #1 slave nigga Moose out there fighting Santana the Great, you know. Old Latin lover. He brung his crack ass out there. He ain't worried about nothing. See, he from the streets. He from the streets, he ain't worried about nothing. He can know he gonna go out there, he gonna put them hands up and he gonna fight. See, now he had a little bit of shoulder problem, but that you know, he ain't worried about that. He ain't have like a whole broke hand with a dislocated shoulder, because that's some dumb shit Moon Knight would do. No, see, if he had a dislocated shoulder, he'd be like, I can't wrestle, get dislocated shoulder. You know, but see, dumb niggas named Moon Knight got a whole broke hand and go try to fight a TV star. And yeah, they get their monkey ass whipped. But now Santana was out there putting up the fight. They had a pretty good match. They had a good time too. Good time. Yeah, and he was out there fighting, doing work, hit the spin the block. You know what I'm saying? That's because, see, Santana ain't one of them crackers that he ain't up on the sidewalk. He in the street. You know what I'm saying? That's why they invented. You know why they invented sidewalks, Sangria?
Why?
Because the streets ain't for everybody, motherfucker. Okay? That's why they invented sidewalks. Santana ain't a sidewalk ass nigga. He in the streets. So he gonna fight. He knew it was an uphill battle. But I mean, he knew Moose ain't had no real backup. He had just, you know, 2 crackers and whatever Dirty Dango is. And a loudmouth bitch. You know what I'm saying? He know he'd have pulled out that Latino heat. You know, that loudmouth bitch would have been sucking it. You know, cheating on her husband, because that's what them hoes do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's Brian Myers. He can't win nothing on his own. You know what I'm saying? No, Eddie crazy ass. He white boy crazy. Okay, he hit you with that knee, it might be over. But he know all he got to do is pull out 2 hot dogs and that nigga on some glizzies. And Dirty Dango is just dirty. He throw some soap at his ass. He run away. So see, he knew he had some options. You know, he from the streets. He knew he could have found some shit in the crowd and helped him out. But he was fighting that #1 slave nigga, Moose. You know what I'm saying? They was down in Tampa. Tampa Ratchet. You know, that's Florida man. You know what I'm saying? But Tampa Ratchet, there's niggas down there. Moose was smelling it. He was like, there's powerful niggatry in the air. And Moose tapped into that shit. That's how he kicked out that spin the block. He used that powerful niggatry down there, you know what I'm saying? There's fields down there in Florida, you know, sugarcane and shit. Niggas is picking that too. Might have been just some Jamaican niggas, but it was still niggas. Moose found that power down there. You know what I'm saying? He tapped into that shit. Spiked his ass with that spear. And he got the 1, 2, 3. Left that Latin nigga line. And see, Santana, he should have taken that you know, that persuasion down there, you know what I'm saying? That Latin heat. Should have got it pumping. But see, you know, should have taken the powers of Elion. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got across all that water on like half a basketball, nigga. You know got power that take?
Google it, kids.
Power?
Google it.
Google that shit. That's your history lesson for the day, bitch. See, Santana should have tapped in that. He'd have tapped into that shit, you know what I'm saying? And drank half a Corona from somebody out in the crowd. You'd kill that nigga Moose. That shit would have been tragic, bro. He'd have spun the block on that nigga so hard, he would have turned Moose into a sperm and an egg right there in the middle of the goddamn shit. Time would have rewound. And nigga just would have been like, and he'd be like, what the fuck? Where'd he go? And he's like, I spun the block on time, nigga, because I got that Latin power. That Elion. That Florida man. They ain't do that shit.
Sangria just got the new name of the episode. Scent of Ninja Tree.
Well, Cesar, what did you think of the unfortunate news of the Hardys returning to take on the old system?
Yeah, I don't really care. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, this the cancel Joe Hendry. Kick this nigga off of NXT for this. Send his ass back down to TNA. Quit downloading his song. The fact that you went in the back and you were like, hey, what you want me to do today, boss? And like, oh yeah, hey Joe, nah man, save your energy for NXT. Cut some promos and beat some niggas up over there. You know what I'm saying? But you will tell the system that they gotta fight the Hardys next week. Y'all not know who I is? Nigga, say my name. I got magic. I wear the same outfit every week. He didn't even have on his blue shirt and white pants. I ain't no Joe Hendry. That's a fucking clone. You can't fucking, this some Terminator bullshit. This some damn AI.
That wasn't Joe Hendry. That was John Hendry.
No, nigga, that was Chat GPT. Okay, I don't believe that bullshit. Okay, this nigga said John Hendry. That wasn't John Hendry either. John Hendry's a real nigga.
I like that.
He wouldn't have said that shit either. John Hendry would have been out there with an axe, talking about, I'll chop your big ass down, Moose, you country bitch. And then he would have, thrown an axe and a bull at his ass. But nah, Joe Hendry out there in a black t-shirt and some gray sweatpants. Who the fuck he trying to impress? The bitch in the third row? Huh? Because she want to look at some dick? Get the fuck out of here. This nigga gonna talk about y'all gonna fight the Hardys. What, so Jeff can lay on some nigga jumping off the top rope because he can't flip his high ass no more? Huh? Matt hit some side effect from the first turnbuckle because his broke back ass can't climb up to the second? Huh? Oh, niggas sound retarded as PCO. There you go. What are you trying to do here? What you trying to do here? They're like, oh, we done paid these niggas some money, so y'all need to put in some dates. We need to get y'all on TV.
Well, we did have some better stuff after this. We had
thrown that script away. Nigga would have told me to say it, I would have left.
The second Ultimate X qualifier of the night triple threat. It was Jason Hotch.
Yeah.
Who versus Ace Austin versus Rich Swann. Flop Dollar was Rich. He was on.
Oh, yeah.
The kicks from Swann are fucking awesome. Ace is shining. Hotch, he's there. Ace shoves Swann into AJ. AJ attacks. Chris Bay with the assist flying onto Flop and Swann. Sadly, the other good jobber distracts Ace, and Hotch was able to roll up Ace for the win. And now there is a wasted spot in Ultimate X.
What?
The main event was next. It was for the TNA Championship. Actually, this was fucking fire. It was Dolph Nemeth versus Josh Alexander. They gave this fucking match plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
Dolph in full zebra tights. Josh doing the Orton stomps on the Zig Man. Crowd chanting USA. I did get your thoughts on the previous segments, right, Sticks? I didn't skip over you, right? On the Moose situation with the system. I got your thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to skip you. Dolph's hair went through an emotional journey throughout this match. Josh reverses a super kick into the ankle lock. Shades of Angle here. Hell of a story is told during this match. The back and forth was epic. This is what Dolph is best at. C4 Spike is countered into the danger zone. Bell rings because of time expired. Dolph retains, and this was shades of all trash wrestling. Dolph wants 5 more minutes, but Josh leaves. Dolph tosses him back into the ring. Josh kicks him in the dick, rubs title in Dolph's face. But it was still a great main event nonetheless, Cesar. We had the second triple threat match, Jason Hotch versus Ace Austin versus Rich Swann. And then epic main event, Dolph versus Josh. What'd you think?
So the second triple, crack a match. Also had somebody at the desk, Fuck Faces was having a rough night. He was having a rough night, man. Because Aiden English was hanging out with Flop Dollar. They having a good time. And then old Hotch. Good hand, second half of the good hand, second half of the ABC. They out there with Rich Homie Swan. He was out there, cooking as he should, because Rich Homie Swan is still dope, Yeah, he one of your favorites too, man, Grill? Didn't he get fired for raping? Nah, he was beating on his wife. No, he was beating on his wife. He didn't get fired for raping. He got fired for beating on his wife. Ain't nothing but a little Ray Rice. You know what I'm saying? Bitch was probably acting up. Probably deserved it. But hey, not my marriage. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing.
Zach Wentz. Okay, that's his name.
Yeah. And then homie was on the outside and Ace kicked that nigga in the Flop Dollar. And then old fuck face is like, get off me. And Flop was like,
Flop Dollar was like, did someone get the number on that bus?
The truck?
Yeah.
Who got the license plate on that truck? He's like, get off me. That old fuck faces was having a horrible night. But yeah. Rich, homie, and then Flop Dollar gonna get his ass in the ring and take out Ace. And then old Bay come out there hitting that shit in the ring, taking out Flop. Might set something up in the future. Little money versus ABC. Wouldn't be mad at that. That's where it's leading to with was it Resurgence or Insert, whatever fuck the next pay-per-view is. Couple weeks, end of the month. Shit could be good. Shit could be good. But yeah, old one half of the good hand got the dub. He got the dub, and now he in the Ultimate X. Sangria think it's a waste, but somebody got to get pinned. So we had to get one of these fuckers in the match. You know what I'm saying? Still thought it was a good match. Yeah, they cheat to win. They're gonna do what they gotta do, but hey, you gotta get a dub somewhere and then take an L somewhere else. And that's just the way it is. Then we had old Dolph Nemeth versus Walking Weapon. Yeah, they gave these niggas, I don't even know. It was like what? 3/4 of the show, goddammit. These crackers was wrestling. Just too many spots to count. I mean, but what you gonna do when it's fucking Josh Alexander and Dolph Nemeth? Throwing everything but the kitchen sink, beating the fuck out of each other. And then ends before old Dolph could get the pin. And he crying for 5 minutes. Josh is like, nah, nigga, I'm tired. I'm wrestling and beat your monkey ass for about an hour. I'm tired. I'm going home. Gonna give me a chicken sandwich, take a shot at the wife, and lay down. And then Dolph is all hating. He's like, get your bitch ass back in the ring. Then he got back in the ring. But yeah, he kicked him in the dick. I don't know what the ref was crying about. I saw two crackers in the ring. And then she should have just restarted the match. But no, she wouldn't be a whole ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? See? That's why you can't be marrying these white women. Because they don't like to play by the rules. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you can't be doing it. Dr. Umar is right. You gotta leave these snow bunnies alone. Because they just be making up their own.
Sticks might be in trouble though. I don't know if he got a white one.
Man, that's his problem. Okay. But yeah, you see, you look, nigga told you you didn't want to get in the ring. He didn't want to get in the ring. He was like, you know what, I'm gone. Maybe I'll whoop some monkey ass for a couple weeks and get another title shot. But I'm gone. I'm just gonna go get me a grilled chicken sandwich from Wendy's with some fries, and then Walking Weapon was going home. You know what I'm saying? And then Dolph pulled him back in the ring. You pull him back in the ring, it ain't legal yet. So everything illegal is legal. So he kicked him in the dick and then said, all right, ring the bell. This nigga in the ring, I'm in the ring. Ring the bell. What did this bitch do? No. And then jump her bitch ass out the ring. Yeah, I'd have spiked her ass too. He should have C4 spiked that bitch. Therefore, they would have called a different ref out there. Then that ref probably would have activated. It was probably that ref that like feeling on Tasha Steele's balls. No, I mean, the other one. And then like he would have been out there. And then he'd have been like, 1, 2, 3. Then Dolph would have been on the ground, spiked that nigga. We'd have had a new world champ.
Yeah, this was a 35-minute. It was 35 minutes, right? Sticks, the main event. It was
It was well over 30 minutes. I mean, they
Yeah.
went to, it was a, they said at the beginning, it was a 30-minute TV time limit, and it went well
Yeah,
over
yeah,
it. So
it
yeah.
went on and on.
because you don't get commercials on TNA Plus. It skips over the commercials.
Yeah,
So
last
they
year
fought through the commercial, so it had to be longer than 30 minutes.
I look back and last year's emergence was when Cesar picked Jake something over the IWGP champion.
You don't even know his name.
Yes, Sonata. It was Sonata. That
Who
was
cares?
also the pay-per-view where Trinity and Deonna Purrazzo fought. That was the main event, but
Yeah,
there was
and
no
his
Ultimate
name
X.
isn't Sonata. It was Sonata.
Yeah,
As
don't
in
nobody care about that.
Sonata,
There was
nothing
no
you need to
Ultimate
worry about.
There was no Ultimate X at last year's emergence. So this year's
Oh.
emergence for sure is probably going to be better than last year's.
Yeah.
But Sticks, what did you think of the ending of Impact? We had the championship match and then the triple threat match as well.
Triple threat match was good. Like Cesar said, oh fuckface, he went through it on Thursday night. AJ Francis even had talked about, even hinted that him and Rich Homie Swan were looking at them tag team championships. So that kind of opened the door a little bit for a possibility. And we got it. I mean, it is a triple threat match, so anything can go. So AJ Francis was going to pick up a little bit of a little revenge for catching a stray bus, a stray truck. Chris Bay coming out. Chris Bay gonna come out and help his boy. I mean, that's what makes the ABC the ABC. They got each other's back. Like even when they were going through it, they still went through it, but they went through it as friends, as brothers, and they came out the other end as a more cohesive, well-oiled tag team, and they became champions. So we had that, and hope we're going to get something set up between these two teams for emergence. But the other half of the Good Hands won. I'm not mad at it because you got a guy who could take a lot of spots in this match, who that probably isn't going to pick up the dub, but he's got a reason for being in it. He's going to take a lot of the damage, whatnot.
So, the punching bag.
So I mean, you got to have somebody with that, and it doesn't hurt him all that much because I mean that's why he's a good hand. He's good at taking those spots. So we got that main event. Josh Alexander wrestling for a championship. He didn't lose. Like he had talked about that. He had emphasized it. He didn't lose it against Dolph Nemeth, the man who maybe shouldn't have it, but I mean, you see kind of why he's got a name. He's got the history for it. These guys went out there. They put on a great match. Like this was main event worthy. Dolph showing you why, as an in-ring worker, he's a great in-ring worker, while putting him with somebody who is another great in-ring worker in himself. The man who, like he talked about, like he said, Fuckface said he was the standard. He was the heartbeat of this company, and he went out there and he showed you why with a little bit of a twist of a heel turn on it. These guys went out there. They put on a hell of a over 30-minute match. Time limit draw. Dolph hit the danger zone. Right when he got the one, the bell rang. They want 5 more minutes. Josh's like, nah. I went out here and I killed myself for this company. I'm gonna go back. My wife, she's out here doing the ring announcing. Got to get her ass. We got to get in the vehicle. We got to drive back up to Canada. We got to go make it home before the kids wake up. Dolph's like, no, let's go back. Put hands on Josh. Throws it back in there. Josh's like, oh, you gonna fucking stop me from getting on the road? I'm gonna kick your ass in the dick. And he kicked his ass in the dick. And he's like, you want to go now? Let's fucking go now. And that fucking referee chick, no, that wasn't right. His Josh's wife, who does the ring announcing, should have went and freaking kicked her in the cooch and been like, hey, you gonna do this stuff? Fine. We're gonna leave you land. We're gonna drive back up to Canada. We're gonna put some maple syrup on some pancakes, and then we're gonna go have some in-ring work between each other in the bedroom. Don't you lay your hands on my husband. Don't you do this stuff and then be like, no, we're not gonna do this match. Nah. No. So maybe we're going to get something between those two in the next couple of weeks. If we do, I'm not going to be mad at it. Both these guys are great in-ring workers. And if they end up doing something at Emergence, it'll be another great match to have on the Emergence card.
Yeah, Josh never misses. You want to talk about someone who shoots and never misses? Josh's matches are always fire. I loved it.
Can I bring up one more thing? What I would like to see?
Yeah.
With the women's tag match, I think that's where they need some NXT broads. I mean, how great would it be if old bitch from System and her girl fought, like, spitball here, Lash Legend and them from Metaphor at Insurgents? If that should be a group or a title, I think that would do well on both brands, because you could bring more of the TNA girls over there. Like, you already had Jordan Grace cross the line, and she's been fighting people from NXT. You know, they've had, Lash Legend and them, Soul, Ruka, and Petrovic teaming up, and now it looks like maybe Lola Vice, Tatum Paxley. Just saying, that's probably where they would majorly benefit now. If they had, like, maybe Lash in them, or hell, even like Lola and Tatum, because they're so new.
Like, at least on the kickoff. Like,
yeah. But imagine if they should probably have Lola and Tatum, because they're so new that they would lose to those two women, but still, you're not, like, just having them beat your grown talent, or, you know, if you're trying to build women teams together and still have them have on this run and still win the title. I'm just saying.
It would be entertaining. But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we'll be right back with some All Elite. Well, Saturday night's all right for fighting. It's my first time reviewing, well, second, if you want to exclude the first show, Collision. The show kicks off with the Doctor versus Harley Cameron. Nigel says that Harley is also a ventriloquist, and he ran into her at the bar last night. He said that she stated she would win the AEW Women's World Championship soon, and he didn't know if it was her talking or the beer talking. Great wedgie for Harley, by the way. The Doctor puts away Harley with a half-ass curb stomp. Sasha Botch and Chameleon are out. Camille Woman handles the Doctor. Not a bad start for Collision. Sticks, what did you think of the kickoff to Collision, if you did in fact watch? I know you did, probably, right?
Okay. Oh yeah. I watched Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, so don't worry about that.
I don't remember what happened on Wednesday.
Yeah, it was a good kickoff.
Go ahead.
What?
I said it was a great show Wednesday.
Did you? Well, I will say this: Friday, if you watch anything on Friday, Toni Storm came out on Friday. It was like maybe 3-4 minutes tops. What she basically called herself, I forget how she rhymed it, but she basically called herself a slut, I think a whore, and then a tramp that's still champ. Like, she went out there and she did it. It was great.
I think she said the cunt with something, but the whore wants more.
She did it during I think when Soraya was out there bitching and moaning. Because then they announced, I think it was Wednesday over in Cardiff, those two are going to end up facing each other. But I digress. Saturday night, good kickoff. We get the Doctor. She's going against a woman who I think they said Harley's had maybe 8 or 10 matches in ATW.
Yeah.
For a woman that's not really all that much a wrestler, like she's a singer. Nigel went over all the stuff she does. She's well known for her singing. She's picked up wrestling pretty good. Like, she's still working through it. You can see it. Having her in there with someone who has been all in from day one. The Doctor, one of the pillars, not only of the women's division, but of just ATW in itself. She went out there. She had I wouldn't say a great match. It was an okay match. I mean, like you said, the Doctor kind of botched the curb stomp moment, but you're still going against Britt Baker, who has a name in ATW and has a lot of accolades. And she held her own. I mean, she held her own. And then you had Sasha Botch, like you said, and Camila come out. Okay, good. Yeah. She put in her mandatory non-Wednesday time in. So she came out on a Saturday, did all that stuff. Whatever. I mean, It helps progress the storyline between these two. So, but match-wise, it wasn't a bad kickoff for a Saturday night.
Cesar, did you catch Collision this past
I
week?
watched about, I think, an hour and 20 minutes.
Not bad. Did you catch the first match?
Yeah, I watched first match. I watched Brick Baker. Well, all right. Did I watch it? No, because I was getting ready to hit the streets, but I had it playing in the background when I was taking a shit in the shower. And I was thoroughly, you know what? Because when I watched Wednesday earlier today, I don't be listening for Excalibur, but I listened for Tony Schiavone and Taz, and they was wilding. But I was taking the shit in the shower. I was listening for Tony Schiavone to tell me if I wanted to watch this match back. And he's fairly entertaining. Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness be cooking on the stick.
Yes.
They need to be really the main crackers talking. Okay. And then you have Taz there for some funny shit. Because Taz is great at doing off the wall shit.
Oh, Nigel was commentating on Wednesday?
No. But it was Excalibur, Tony, and Taz on Wednesday. Yeah. So Taz was saying funny shit, and Schiavone was like mixing up his words. What were they talking about? It was something in the beginning, and Taz just kept saying like the same lyric over and over. When somebody came out, and then Schiavone didn't call them that person like the right name, and they were laughing about it. But like Schiavone and Nigel, fucking great. Like on Collision, it was fucking great.
Yes.
Because I was listening, because I was driving to the brewery, so I had it playing in the car, and I had it posted up on the thing, so I could watch it, when I'm at red light and stuff. But I was just like, damn, Schiavone is talking through these matches, and I ain't mad at this. I ain't mad. It's great. But yeah, I watched the match, and yeah, Harley's improving. Yeah, for somebody who really just started probably 4 months ago, and just has just been Paige's lackey. But not getting that much wrestling time. She's wrestled a few people. Obviously, I think she's wrestled Mariah May, obviously Britt Baker, Anna Jay, obviously Ruby before she got 9 months. But yeah, no, the way Schiavone talked to it was pretty good. And then yeah, Sacha Hogan brought her ass out because she on that thought girl summer, freshly been divorced, just looking for probably dick and championships. And old Camille, Tony wants to call her a brick shit house, but he just won't. He wants to call her brick shit house. And then yeah, they came out there after the fact, just to keep the feud going. And then continuing from what happened on Wednesday, which I found something funny with Bully Ray, because when Sheeta had the kendo stick, Camille kind of backed up. But when Brick had the kendo stick, she like ate that shit and then beat the shit out of Brick. So I'm like, why are you backing up for this Asian bitch? She's like a foot shorter and like not as good of a wrestler. So like, why are you doing that here? I ain't writing the show though. So I
thought it was interesting that Harley is 30 and the Doctor is 33. I thought for sure Harley Cameron was older than the Doctor. She looks it. She might smoke. I don't know. But
yeah, probably. Well, she is dating that cracker Zion Quinn, well, formerly known as Zion Quinn.
One of the specific reasons why I wanted to watch Collision was because of this man, Hologram, or Single H is what Twitter's deeming him, versus Angelico with Serpentico. First dose of Single H for me. Lots of flips, showmanship, and poses. I like the dynamic and chemistry of Tony and Nigel, like Cesar said earlier on commentary. 2 commentators are better than 3. Always on ATW. Best compliment I can give Hologram is he made me put my phone down. A few innovative offensive moves I've never seen before, and he rolls up Angelico for the win. Yep. Not bad. Single H is 5-0 apparently. Not a bad showing. I didn't mind it.
Nope.
We got Jungle Jack versus this Sand Jobber. Quick victory. paints Jobber's face like Darby, stuffs him in a body bag along with the TNT title, then unveils his own TNT championship, which, by the way, he made. He made this fucking championship himself. This is the 15th TNT variant that we've seen. I'm just guessing.
Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one.
Yeah, pretty much. When Darby wins it again, it's gonna be a fucking skateboard belt probably. But Sticks, what did you think? You're probably more familiar with Single H than me.
Darby
Versus Angelico, and then Jungle Jack versus the Jobber with his new championship, his own variant. What'd you think?
Hologram, they put a lot of time in him. Like Saturday's been essentially his showcase. He hasn't disappointed. I mean, he's a lot of he's a good wrestler. He does a lot of, like you said, flippy dippy. He doesn't really disappoint. For the second straight week, he was able to get a roll up. Last week he did the roll up with him and Darby. We're a tag team. So I mean, he's undefeated. I forget who they actually said what his, I believe he's from like CMLL or something like that, but they rebranded him. I forget what his actual wrestling name was down in Mexico, but they've rebranded him. Not bad. I mean, the guy's gone out there. He hasn't messed anything up severely or anything like that. So I can see why they see potential in him. Not gonna be mad at it. I mean, they're getting behind somebody, so he moves to 5-0, like you said. Jungle Jack and Sand Jobber, guy came out there and was there for a reason. Was able to get his ass kicked. Jack was able to pick up an easy win. Brought out a body bag. Like you said, spray painted him, spit on that TNT championship, threw it in there with the Sand Jobber, unveiled his new one, which I didn't find out till like maybe 3 hours ago that the guy did legit make it. It was neat kind of seeing how he went through and redid everything. Not mad at it. The guy actually legit made it himself, so better than telling Tony Khan, hey, I want my own. This is what I kind of want. Throwing it at him. He went through and did it. Not mad at it. Progressing the storyline between him and Darby, going into All In here in less than a week. So, I mean, nice little quick couple of matches. You had a match and a squash match, so keeping Saturday nights moving.
Still, my favorite variant of it was when Scorpio Sky had it. I'm not a Lakers fan, but I was a fan of that.
Like the purple and gold?
I liked it. Those are my favorite colors. Caesar,
I'm mad at you.
what did you think of old Single H? Because I'm pretty sure you've seen him more than me. Hologram. Yep. And then Jungle Jack versus the Sand Jobber.
Yeah. So yeah, like Stick said, Hologram's been showing up every week and he's been doing what he gets paid to do every week.
Is his finisher always been the roll up? That's his finisher, that variant roll up he does?
I just think he's recently been doing it, but I don't think he's like spiked anybody for a pin. So it could possibly be the roll up.
Okay.
I didn't pay attention for the first 2 weeks, and then because I was like, who the fuck is this jobber? But yeah, he's been getting over with it. So if he's doing that, he's doing that. Hey man, I ain't mad at him. Okay. And then I didn't even think Angelico was still employed.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this nigga, look at God. Yeah, man, still got a job. But there's 200 assholes on the roster. You always got to look and see who's there. Angelico went out there, did his thing too, and got himself some Sticks 316.
Yes.
Got himself some TV time in the ring. You damn right. And then old Jack Perry versus Sand Nigga. Was old Jack Perry versus Sand Nigga. Yeah. His shit was he had a way better showing on Wednesday. And all he did was a running knee. So hey, he did that shit. And then he pulled out the title. He pulled out the title now, which he ain't losing it. He pretty much just told everybody he's not losing that. It's a waste of time for Darby and Jack Perry. However long they fight, you could skip that match because Jack Perry pretty much just said, "I just got this. I'm not losing it." Yeah,
pretty much.
And then showed a video that he made it, so he's definitely not losing it.
Well, up next was another pleasant surprise. This made it worth watching on Saturday. It was Claude versus Leo Rush.
Yeah.
The speed of Leo versus the strength and agility of the Claude. Leo counters the big swing multiple times. Claude counters Leo's high-flying antics multiple times. This is like wrestling at a live event on 2K24 and Legendary difficulty. The two people who watch this and know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a bitch. The former X Division champion put up a valiant effort, but a launching European uppercut puts Leo away. This was a very fun match to watch. Stokes and Buttlander backstage promo. They're having a mixed tag at All In. It's Ishii and Willow versus Butt and Stokes. That is going to be a very entertaining match. I'm actually looking forward to watching that. Of course, Stokes talking a big game. I'm going to beat your ass. I'm the Stone Pitbull in AEW. Is hilarious. Eddie Kingston on his couch in the cast talking shit to Bryan Danielson. We had the Glamour, Mariah May versus Jabra. It was a quick victory. Some discoloration from Jabra. The lights go out. Timeless Tony video plays. Strongest chin, toughest tits, and stiffest shoe. Tony Storm declares the streets will run red with the blood of Mariah. Mariah then proceeds to beat the shit out of the Jabra with the shoe. Entertaining, to say the least, Cesar. We had Claude versus Leo Rush. If you want to comment on Stokes and Buttlander's promo and the Glamour versus Jabra, what'd you think?
Yeah, this is where I didn't finish it.
Okay, Sticks, what'd you think of that shit I just said?
Leo Rush and Claudio, it was a good match. Two guys that have been around the block for a little bit. Leo been able to hit some counters, but also Claudio been able to stop some of those counters. It was a good back and forth, two seasoned vets. Claudio hitting that pop-up European uppercut for the dub, I thought was a nice little twist to it. So, I mean, Claudio's got it was a nice little dub to keep the momentum going because he's going against Okada next Wednesday, so it's nice to be able to pick that up. Leo got a little bit of in-ring TV time. So that wasn't bad. Getting Eddie Kingston on my TV set. It's good to see that he finally had the surgery. He's at home. He's paying attention to he's got a vested interest in Bryan Danielson because of the history that those two have had. I liked it. I like that he basically told Bryan Danielson, you need to quit being a sappy white fucker and get your shit together. Like, we want to see the American fucking dragon, not just a guy who's like, oh, I'm just here to be here. No, go out there and fight for it. Like, you're putting your career on the line. Go out there and fight for it. Yeah, you may have a fucked up neck. You may have to have surgery at the end of the year, but fucking show the reason why you have a fucked up neck. Like, show this reason why you do this stuff. So I thought it was great for Eddie Kingston. Nice little gut punch for Bryan Danielson to maybe get his shit together.
I like how
and then Mariah,
Nigel snuck in that good to hear from the King of the Bums line.
Nigel is cooking. Like, his shit, just his swipes at Bryan Danielson throughout the whole night was just great. Like,
I love it.
I don't know if we'll ever get it, but I would love that if Bryan Danielson's legit last match is somehow against Nigel. Oh man, the fucking build up for that would be great. It'd be so great. Just even if Nigel, like, if he came out on like Wednesdays during just like either a Bryan Danielson match or just even like just to talk shit about his promo, like as a rebuttal or something, that would be just great.
You know what it reminded me of?
Had,
it reminded me of when Michael Cole would take like all the shots in the world against the Miz. Like that kind of reminded me of his relationship with Bryan Danielson a little bit.
Yeah,
or Top Dollar, or how Corey Graves always shit on Big E because Big E would throw his jacket at him for like a year and a half.
I missed that, man.
But in order to get that match, Swerve has to lose next week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I said it from the beginning. I told you Swerve's gonna tap out to Bryan like as soon as that shit was made. I said that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but I'm wrong all the time. So go ahead.
No, because you're right because I think they're trying to set up Darby Allin versus Bryan Danielson. So that's why I'm saying Darby's going to lose, because Darby has a world. Well, if you watch Wednesday, Darby has a world title shot opportunity in September. Like, he won some fucking gauntlets match, and he has a world title opportunity.
I forgot about that.
And then somehow it got leaked that this is All In, right?
Yeah.
At All Out, it's going to be Swerve versus Hangman. And so the rumor is, which I think is probably true, Hangman's gonna, since Hangman isn't in the match and he's just been beating up people and being drunk, he's gonna interfere, cause Swerve to lose, so Brian's career isn't over. But he said, yeah, he's gonna put his career on the line, but he said he's wrestling one last year, and it's only been like 5 months. So let's be honest, nigga. Yeah. So that'll mean Brian will win, so his career's not over. Swerve and Hangman fight it all out, and then Brian and Darby fight sometime like a week after that at some fucking show. I think it's in Chicago or something too, so whatever.
No, it's in New York. They do that Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Yeah, the Arthur
show.
Ashe Stadium show. Yeah, that's where Darby gets his title shot. So then that's why motherfuckers were like, oh, Darby could have a double championship. But as soon as Jack Perry pulled out that belt, I was like, oh, that nigga's not losing that fucking belt. He just got it. So, this makes sense. This is why Darby's going to fight Brian at the fucking Arthur Ashe show. Okay.
Yeah, so next tripod, we're going to be talking about fucking All In, aren't we? We're going to be reviewing that shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, that should be on at 10 in the morning. So if you don't have to work, you can literally watch it and have it done by like 7 p.m. and still like go to bed at a good time.
Yeah, I got to work. Sticks, go ahead and talk about the Mariah segment, please.
Mariah and Jobzilla. Mariah came out, did what she needed to do. She hit the hip attack, hit the Storm Zero, which looked nasty because she didn't even like pick her up. Like, she kept that chick just hunchbacked, and I thought she spiked her, but I mean, obviously she did. So she's gonna pick up the dub, keep the momentum going. Timeless Tony had another Timeless Tony Productions. Like you said, strongest chin, toughest tits, hardest heel shoe. I mean, the streets are going to run blood red with Mariah's blood. Great promo. I mean, Timeless Tony, like we've talked about for like the last almost damn near a year. Tony Storm has taken this and has made this her own and has made it must-see TV. Like I just told you guys, she had a nice little 3-4 minute segment on Friday. That's the only thing you need to watch on Friday. Where she came out, she talked about it. You know, she's making this her own, and she's making it worthwhile. And Mariah's going to be, this is what you needed to have her do. Like, have her come out here. You signed her. She had a lot of fanfare coming over from Japan, from Stardom. She's showing you that she's good in the ring. She can do character work good. Big stage now. Wembley Stadium. You've got Toni Storm, who's on top of the women's division and is killing it in the ring and out the ring. Time to hit a home run, Mariah. So,
I don't know. Mariah had the bars on Wednesday. Mariah's promo on Wednesday was bar after bar. And she ended that shit with saying, yes, we'll both die, but I'll just be the one reading your eulogy. And I was like, damn.
Yeah, I never forgot about that. You told me about that. That was great. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, because it was her like burning all her Tony stuff. And then what else did she say? She said
didn't Liv just do that?
Yeah, but yeah, she said, Tony, your only mistake was being born in the same era that I'm living in. And she said, you are correct. We'll both die, but I'll be the one reading your eulogy. And I was like, damn, I don't know who's writing over here, but a bitch is spitting.
That's pretty
but it sounds like Tony had a great one on Saturday as well. I'm gonna finish Collision. But yeah, I think this match needs to be later on in the card. It either needs to be right before the main event, doesn't need to be early. Like Sasha Hogan needs to be in like the first hour. They need this one like near the third, fourth hour, because this is going to be one of the ones that could suck all the air out the room. And
you know what? Sadly, with you look on the history of AEW like big time matches, the build is good, but the execution I think
it's
is
horrible. Yeah,
it's
they
gonna be
they
bad.
never
It's
they
gonna
never
be
put
bad.
him in the right order.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Swerve and Daniel Bryan could be really good, so maybe you don't want the air sucked out of the room. But there needs to be something that people are not going to care about as much in between, I think, these matches so that they can calm back down.
They do not know how to arrange matches. It's gonna be a fuck show. It's gonna be a shit
It's gonna
show.
fuck. Yeah, I'm guaranteeing Darby and Jack Perry are gonna be in like the first hour. And I'm like, this is gonna be a waste.
Well, see, I don't
This is
know
gonna
because
be
I would be surprised if they start off with MJF Will Ospreay because MJF probably want to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, that's MJF though, but he's back on board. They're probably gonna have that match. You know, it'll probably be the MJF match and Will Ospreay match, then Tony and Mariah, then Swerve and Bryan Danielson. To be
Jeez.
honest, and I'm gonna be like, this is shit for these ladies because they're about to show. But then I think they're gonna put them in like the second hour, and they're gonna put Britt and Sasha Hogan like later in the card.
That should be before the main event.
Main event, yeah.
Stink up the whole play. That's gonna
Whole fucking
suck.
pay-per-view.
That's gonna suck because Sasha's terrible.
Yeah,
But
Christian Cage and them, I don't know when they're gonna wrestle, and I don't know when the Young Bucks.
well, let's finish off Collision here. The main event was FTR versus the Acclaim with Daddy Ass. This was a #1 contender match for the tag team championships. No caster wrap. This is actually a good main event. Good for the Acclaim getting a main event match. They really have come a long way in their wrestling. They're more legit and can go toe to toe with FTR. The crowd is into it. That always helps. As soon as the announcement was made that there was 5 minutes remaining, I thought, here we go.
Yep, there we go.
Here we go. AEW Double Draw Jones coming up. There were fucking 24 near falls. Yeah, it's a draw. Turns out both teams will face the Bucks at All In. They really want to jam as many guys as possible into All In because we got a triple threat tag team title match at All In. Fatal 4-way trios tag team
match.
12 motherfuckers in this ladder. Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die. There's gonna be 15 matches at
a casino battle royal.
There you go. Yep. And I mean, the main event
tag match
was good. It's just the end that was typical AEW sticks. What did you think of this main event of Collision?
Yeah, like you said, the tag team match itself was a great match. I mean, like you talked about, the Acclaim has come so far. Like they're a homegrown team that has gone from a novelty act to being a legit contenders in that tag team division. And it's good. It's great to see that go against a well-established team in FTR. But like you said, I mean, there's two things you're always going to see in AEW. Someone's going to bleed and someone's going to go to a time limit draw. Well, we didn't see the blood. I mean, even though Mariah May, I think, was trying to make Jobzilla bleed with the shoe, but didn't succeed in that. But we got a time limit draw on this. And like you said, I didn't like it. I thought it kind of took away from the match because, like you said, when they said 5 minutes, it seemed like then they sped everything up. They had damn near a dozen different near finishers. I thought it kind of took the air out of the room. Like, it was a great tag team match, and then you get the 5-minute warning, and then shit picked up, and it's just it had it so that then like Christopher Daniels is like, this isn't a decisive win, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to have the Young Cucks face both of them.
He told
my girlfriend
Tony on the headset, right? He told Tony on the headset. So Tony's like, oh, hold up, guys. I'm getting an announcement. But Cesar, this was 30 minutes. They gave him a shit ton of time. By the way, after 15 minutes passed, they said, fuck it, we're not tagging anymore. And all 4 men were just in the ring at the fucking same time, beating the shit out of each other. They just threw the tag team rules out the window.
Yeah. So, but you have to remember, well, you didn't take notes, Sangria. So I don't even know if you watched Wednesday. Nope. You got to realize they pulled WWE bullshit Wednesday that led to this match. Because the Young Cucks fought the Acclaimed for the titles on Wednesday. They were having a good match. It was long. They were taking time, and people were coming out. FTR comes out to the end of the match. Matt Jackson spits on old bald cracker, Uncle Dax.
Yeah.
Uncle Dax hits Matt Jackson with the title in front of the referee.
DQ.
So it's a DQ. And what do? They pan straight back to prettiest moonsault ever. Well, moonsault ever. And he goes, well, I'm just going to have a number one contenders match on Collision. Well, they ask him, well, what do you got to do? The FTR is getting involved in this. These niggas ain't done nothing. Ain't wrestled nobody. Like it was a legit number one contenders match that the Acclaimed won, and this is their title match, and it goes to DQ.
Jeez.
And the best part it was like they announced it like, this is the Young Bucks' first championship defense in almost 200 days. Nick, and this what y'all complain about that they do with tag teams on WWE, that they're not defending titles. So first of all, they're in charge. They're not defending the title. They have a DQ, which leads to the other two teams, not the championship team when it was a championship match, fight to a draw. Somebody called this like 40 days ago online, and they were like, this is going to be the biggest piece of bullshit because it's not Acclaimed versus Young Bucks on the pay-per-view. It's going to turn into a triple threat with FTR. Like, as soon as FTR came back, somebody called this, and I got to find that page and go back to it because I know he's made a video to this. I know he's made a video. And he is like, I told you, bitches.
I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead and finish your thoughts on the match.
Well, I just thought it was shit way to end this. Like, my girlfriend who was watching with me, she essentially looked at me and said, this is what ATW does. They have like these big matches, and then they fucking go to a time limit draw, and then they either make another match, or they either rerun the match, or they make it like with this being a number one contender, they make it a triple threat. And like Cesar said, going back to Wednesday, FTR, who has set up like damn near permanent residencies on Saturdays, just happened to show up on a fucking Wednesday, and we're going to do the good guy thing, and was going to stop the fucking Young Bucks from using the title. And what did the Young Bucks do? Well, let's just goad them into it. Spit on Uncle Dax, and Uncle Dax hit the one cuck with the belt. And it's just like, you fucked your other team up. You could have just took the belt, ran out the ring, let fucking the Acclaim get back into it, and then beat them, and then there's your revenge. But you didn't fucking do it, so you fucked one team over to set up a match to end up having a time limit draw to set up another fucking match. It's just like, what are we? And like, to close on another point, it's like Cesar talking about the Young Cucks. Like, I had read something online that when they re-signed, they had less dates on their contract and all that shit. Then if you're going to do that, why do you put the fucking tag team titles on a tag team that isn't going to defend them except for maybe once a quarter? What are we doing here? Like you said, these guys have come out in the beginning of ATW and said, we're not going to do what the big corporation does. Like, we're going to be different from them. And here we are, like, what, 4.5, 5 years in, and you're damn near doing the same thing they're doing. If not, you're doing shit that's way worse than what these guys are doing at the Fed. And no wonder you're getting your asses handed to you in the ratings and sales and like show wise, and you wonder why you're getting your ass handed to you. I mean, it's just
so Sangria, how many nuts you gonna bust when Ray Phoenix shows up on NXT?
Oh my God, it's good. Well, you know what? I've been keeping track of this. Penta and Ray have filed trademarks for King Fuego and Ray Fuego. So I don't think they're even going to be the Lucha Bro. They're going to be the Fuego. So they go, but it's still going to be.
I don't care what they call themselves.
As long
they
as
better take the hype man with them. They better take Alex with them.
Yeah. He's gonna be fucking
So I heard Penta contract has like days on it, but Ray's has like a month and a half. So Penta might just be chilling for a while.
that's fine.
Don't know.
Yeah, bring
But
him both.
or he might just be like pay me by the dates, and then we'll run this out with Ray, and then we gone.
Cesar, have you seen the TikToks of Triple H? It says when the Lucha Bros end up in WWE, and it's that one meme where Triple H is going like this, and
Yeah.
it shows the LW
LWO
the
truck.
LWO in the back, and Triple H is going like this. Says when the Lucha Bros show up to WWE.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one. But the fact that we could potentially get the Lucha Bros versus Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I wish Fast and the Fraserists wouldn't have dropped those titles because I wanted to see if the
Motor City
Machine Guns come to NXT versus the Fast and the Fraserists. Could you imagine that match?
That's
Would
free
be
money.
fucking
No, that's free. That's too much. That's too much free money. That's too much free money.
Then the Lucha Bros show up.
That's
Well,
too much.
here,
Just
no,
pull
hey,
a plug
hey,
on
let's
all
just,
Elite.
let's just talk about this. They've been advertising their move to CW. What if you somehow are able to parlay like Fast and Frazier's taking on like a mystery team for maybe like the number one contender to
Yeah, of course.
face
Yeah.
either no merch, and all of a sudden you get the Motor City Machine Guns first night on CW. Like, I mean, they got to do something that's gonna because I mean
much,
they're hyping this up. Like they're gonna have like either CM Punk or Randy Orton. One of those two are gonna be on like the first couple of nights there for of the CW. Like they're actually legit. Like Cesar said, they're gonna be out on the road for like the first couple of shows.
The first one Chicago with CM Punk. The second one St. Louis with Randy Orton.
Yep.
So what if they do something like that? Now, if it's either Motor City or you get like somebody who we have maybe heard the rumblings from that end up showing up there, like I mean they might have
both nights. Cooking. They could do it both nights. It'd still be dope.
I wouldn't be surprised if Chef Michaels has something cooking.
That's
for both of those nights
where Julia, fucking Stephanie Vercure, and the other ones are all gonna show up.
Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy October. October's gonna be free money. But I will say, Sheriff, the best thing about Wednesday that made it a good show, that Hangman beat up Jeff Jarrett with a microphone in like the first 20 minutes.
He did?
Yeah. You missed it, Sangria. You missed it.
Damn.
Yeah, because he took on Jay Lethal. He took on Jay Lethal, didn't he?
The microphone is the most deadliest weapon in AEW, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, like, Sasha Hogan fought Hikaru Shida. That was the opener. They go to commercial. They come back. They show the footage of Hangman beating up Jeff Jarrett when he was talking to Daniel Bryan like last week.
Yeah.
And bitches like yelling. So Jay Lethal is cutting a promo with Renee talking about because he's fighting Hangman to like Wednesday. So Jay Lethal's cutting a promo. And then Jeff Jarrett's there, and Sanjay Dutt is there. The other bitch is there. Hangman comes out and attacks Jay Lethal, throws him into the wall, runs up on Renee. Renee's like, what are you doing? Takes the microphone from Renee, beats the dog shit out of Jeff Jarrett with the mic. So you just hear, boom, 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 boom. And he's like beating him over one of the rolling fucking things. He's just beating him. Boom, 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 boom. Then Jay Lethal gets up, hits him in the back, and they fight to the ramp, and then that's how the match starts.
So I didn't hear about that, but you know what I did see was that fucking Satnam Singh, the worst Khali, is now AAA Tag Team Champions with Jinder Mahal.
Jesus Christ.
So I heard about the AAA news. I didn't see.
Yeah, Alberto's AAA champion.
He beat somebody. He beat AAA champion.
He kicked Dolph in the dick and won.
And Dolph, who came out with Dolph, who had JBL roll out with him
in black. JBL was in black.
Murdered out. Murdered out. And
But
whooped him up.
we digress here on the tripod. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, all 13 of you for watching,
Oh,
listening.
by the way, Hangman whooped him in Norfolk, Virginia, 15 feet from here. I should have went to the show just to see Jeff Jarrett get beat up.
I was wondering why Cesar posted his status. He went sticks to midnight. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, we do what we do best here on the tripod, and we give that big ups to the two shows now, Raw and NXT. Stallion Pete,